Stand, Manchester United's transfer window is over, and I think that, you know what, when we come out of this transfer window, I think there is a lethargy. I think people are tired about it. I think you see Cavani being handed the number 7 shirt, you get a bit sympathetic. It's not his fault. And I think the reality is that is an absolute shit show of a transfer window. And you've got every right to be absolutely furious with that, because United are coming out of it with their normal posts of, look at what we've done, look at what we've done, look at what we've done. You may as well have come on my front door. You may as well have gone to my front doorstep, done a big turd, rang the doorbell and say, look at what I've done, and expect me to clap it. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad this transfer window is. And I'll tell you what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's days are numbered as far as I'm concerned. Pochettino rumours coming out on the night of a transfer window when we've done absolutely shit, and it's in about 3 or 4 of the British press back pages tomorrow. You don't think that's been leaked from somewhere for some reason? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whatever you think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he did a fantastic job to get us in the Champions League, and he has not been backed. That transfer window we've just sat and watched, as horrible as it was, is not backing your manager. And we saw it happen to Mourinho. Every time we get in the Champions League, the club put the brakes on and go, we don't want to spend any money. Our net spend for the last few years has been appalling for a club of Manchester United's stature and supposed ambition. It's been hovering around 60 to 70 million pounds. Do you know what our net spend is for this transfer window? This symbolic transfer window. This transfer window where we spent 6 months pissing about with Jadon Sancho to not even buy him or even have any alternatives. 3 weeks ago, we've got alternatives for Jadon Sancho. James Cooper, Sky Sports, everybody else, Man United have got alternatives if the Sancho deal doesn't work. Where are these bloody alternatives then? Because we've got nobody coming in. We've got an 18-year-old who's barely played coming in January, and some Uruguayan that nobody knows anything about but hopes is actually a good player who's cost us 7 million quid. Manchester United have absolutely screwed this transfer window up and have shown to everybody. We are being bantered left, right and centre. Arsenal have got Thomas Partey right at the end of the window. Every other football club in the Premier League, I applaud them for the business they've done, and especially those clubs who have ambitions to be top 4 clubs. Arteta has been backed. Ancelotti has been backed. Mourinho has been backed. Lampard has been backed. Pep always gets backed, and Klopp has been backed. That's 6 clubs. 6 clubs. And Wolves have been backed. And I don't know, I think Leicester have as well. There's 7 clubs that have been backed better than our manager, and we finished 3rd last year, and it was close. Where are we going to finish this season? And our net spend for our manager that got us 3rd place in difficult circumstances, the way you back that manager is to give him 35 million quid, because that's effectively what we've spent. 35 million quid has been spent this summer. Why have we spent so little money? Why have we kept all that money back? Because the same old story as ever. We bought this club on debt. We've never let this club go out of debt. We're not Manchester United fans. We are fans of money. We've put bankers into the club. I mean, look, there's your biggest hint ever. Our chief executive and our chief negotiators, they're all ex-bankers. They've got no football knowledge. We are a club that should never have been allowed to be bought like this. We got bought on debt by people who don't support this club, who saw us as an opportunity to make shitloads of money. And they've been doing it ever since. And we've got people who've got no idea about football doing transfer deals, sacking managers and compounding this shit situation that we're in. We are still in debt 15 years later. They've just took a loan out for £140 million to cover the fact that they can't take your money when there's no fans in the ground. They've taken £90 million in dividends over the last few years. Over the last 10 years, I think it is, or 8 years, no other club has taken out the dividends. I don't think any other club in the Premier League has taken dividends out full stop, apart from 2, and United dwarf that other club by a massive amount. We are a cash cow to these people who own our clubs. They have got no ambition other than to take money out of your pocket and try miraculously to remain relevant in the world of football whilst also taking loads of money out of the club. And we are sinking. We are sinking. I think we today are in the worst situation than we've ever been at Manchester United. And for some reason, maybe it's tiredness, fatigue, or we're just getting used to it. People are sat there going, well, you know what? I think Cavani at 33.5 might be a very good number 7 for us. You know, he's hardly played for PSG in the last couple of years. He's had a lot of injuries. He was thinking of retiring. Nobody else wanted him. And we're paying him the same wages as someone like Harry Kane gets. But ultimately, I think there's a future in it. You know, we are having to be positive about deals nobody else would go near with a 10-foot barge pole. We've been sold a lie all summer. You know, we've even lied to the player we thought we were going to get. Jadon Sancho even has been pretending he's got a cough by the looks of it to try and force a move through for no reason at all. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer handed a list in to Ed Woodward that's been totally ripped up and not been followed through. He got none of his priorities, and not only that, not only did he get not get his number one priorities, he didn't even get positions filled. You know, Grealish, okay, you got me Van der Beek. What about my winger? What about my centre-back? Forget it, you're not getting that. We've got this striker for you that you didn't even ask for, and we've got a couple of young players. They'll be good. You know, they've just not followed through on what this summer transfer window was meant to be all about at all. And as I said, I think the last two summer transfer windows have been really crap. I didn't think last summer was that good. You know, we spent a lot, but we sold a lot. Lukaku took up half of that spend straight away and took it down to a net spend of about 60, 70 million quid. The summer before under Mourinho, 60 to 70 million quid. What's the net spend this year? Half of that. 35 million on Van der Beek, 15 million on Telles, which we've got back from Smalling, and then a signing in January, so you're not having that in this summer's transfer fee because you'll definitely count it in next summer's, and a 7 million player from Uruguay that we're expecting as well. So we've got no ambition, we've got no desire, we've already lost 2 of our first 3 games and we're lucky to get 3 points against Brighton. We've got no direction. We finished 3rd last season. They've sold us a 3-year plan. A year ago, our chief executive, Ed Woodward, said that, you know, it's dangerous to do short-term deals. You've got to look long-term. You've got to be patient. A year later, he's doing short-term expensive deals like he did 4 years ago. Falcao, Di Maria's. I mean, the only saving grace is that we didn't get Dembele. He didn't do it again. Falcao is Cavani, and Dembele would have been Di Maria. The only saving grace is thank you, Ousmane Dembele, for not wanting to come. Because we were more than willing. At one point, we were willing to pay for Dembele and not have a medical. That's how desperately stupid we are when it comes to transfers. And, you know, we can do 3 or 4 deals on transfer deadline day, but for the last 2 months, we sit on our arse doing nothing. Shambles. Absolute shambles. And going back to what I said before, this 3-year plan... This 3-year plan that we got sold. Remember when the results started to go bad this time last year? I think we lost to Newcastle, maybe Bournemouth, some other shit teams that we lost to. We've got a plan. We've got a long-term plan. We've invested in the summer. We're going to do it again. We're behind Ollie. This is a 3-year plan. You've got to trust the process. We've got a plan. We want players to come to this club who are young and hungry and want to take a step up. We've got a plan. And for some miraculous reason, Ollie follows through on that plan. We get Bruno in, we get 3rd place, and we think, you know what, year 1, it started off badly, but that's not bad. Year 1's not gone too bad. Invest again, try and close a gap on Liverpool and City, and then in year 3, invest again and maybe get in a title race. The 3-year plan could happen. The 3-year plan is gone. We're not even where we were a year ago, because that 3rd place that Ollie achieved with Bruno and all the players, that's gone. Because all the clubs ahead of us and 4 or 5 of the clubs behind us have gone past us in their ambition and investment in their managers. And our club has gone, you know what? He's done it. He's done exactly what Mourinho got. Remember when Mourinho got 2nd place and he thought we were going to invest and go again? What a prat. He's got us 3rd place. We're back in the big time. The Adidas sponsorship won't get halved because we're in the Champions League. Let's reap the benefits. And we can use COVID as the excuse as well. No investment in the manager. He'll be gone. Get a new one in. They'll all forget about the old one and back him up again. Get back in the Champions League. Don't do it. The cycle continues. That 3rd place finish means absolutely nothing today because if it goes like I predict it's going to go, Spurs, better team than us, better investment than us. Chelsea, better team than us, better investment. And when I say better team, with the signings they've done. Liverpool and City, forget about it. You know, we're not getting anywhere near them. And I would say Arsenal's investment and this summer has been better than ours as well. So even if I'm being fair to Solskjaer, which I want to be, what can he achieve this season? He's got a team of players that he needs to improve this team. Because Cavani, whatever you think about Cavani, and I think it's a terrible deal. I think the money's too much. I think the way they're gloating about it like it's prime Cavani. As I said, Ed Woodward must be using Football Manager from 2014 to do his scouting. He must be sat there going, Cavani's free. He's brilliant on Football Manager. He's one of the best strikers in the world. But Cavani's free in real life. 200k a week, 10 million agent fees, and the number 7 shirt. Get in. Get it on the Twitter. I've just bought one of the best strikers for free. I'm a king. Nobody's told him he's playing Football Manager 2014. We're paying Cavani what he should have been paid in 2014. I don't think he's that player anymore. I think it's a risk. But even if it's not a risk, Cavani is not going to make Man United great again. Because Cavani needs service. He's a striker. He's like Zlatan when we got him. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Zlatan, but he needs service. He's not a flair player. He's not going to inspire that team, get hold of the ball, run past players, play killer passes. He's a striker. So he needs, and as we've seen with this side, you can be a striker in this side and get no service. Tellez is a left back. I think he can improve us, but again, he's not going to be what Sancho's going to be. He's not going to be what a good centre-back would be. They're not going to make that big impact. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, to turn this shit start to the season round, is totally reliant on the players he's already got. He needs the centre-backs to sort themselves out. He needs Wan-Bissaka to find some bloody form again. He needs Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, Martial to play at their best consistently. And as we've seen over the years, that consistency is something that Ollie by himself has always said is a problem. And we know it's a problem. This team on its day can beat Chelsea, but it can also go and get beat by Newcastle. We've already lost 2 games out of our first 3. And we now need to go on some ridiculous run just to get back in the race for top 4. I don't think we can get top 4. I don't think that summer transfer window justifies us getting top 4. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is already under pressure, there are already United fans who were saying before today, Ole out. The Pochettino rumours have been put out there as well. It's only going to grow with more bad performances. Ole is on a very sticky wicket, and I think it's the beginning of the end for Ole, unless he gets us into top 4. And to get us into top 4, you've already seen the consistency of the chasing pack. I mean, Everton have won 4 out of 4. Arsenal have won 3 out of 4. Spurs, I think, have got 2 wins and a draw, but they've just battered us. Chelsea is starting to find form. Liverpool and City are going to be there anyway. We're not going to see what we saw last year, where the team in 4th place loses 12 games. I think teams are going to be very consistent this year, and Manchester United, to get into the top 4, are going to have to be ridiculously consistent. Do you believe that this team, that is basically the team of last year with Cavani and Tellez in it, is going to be that consistent? And if it is, well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to have to be a bloody brilliant manager. So I think this is the beginning of the end for Ole, because I think the Glazers and Woodward have created this situation. I feel really sorry for him. I really am behind Solskjaer, as you know, and I want him to succeed. But I think he's going to have to do something that not many managers can do. Take a team that's not been reinvested in, take a team that's lacking confidence, take a team that's got huge issues because of off-the-field issues as well, and try and make it be consistent in a season where everybody else has taken a step up. I think it's an impossible task for him virtually. I think it'll be a miracle if we get top 4, and if he doesn't get top 4, he'll get sacked. Not necessarily because the Glazers want to sack him, because he's a cheap manager to keep on, but because the fans will turn on Ole. And that's what I predict is going to happen because of this transfer window. This shambolic transfer window is going to be the domino effect to Manchester United fans becoming Ole out. Because the results, I think, are not going to be good. I think in October, when we play PSG, we will get beat. I think when we play Leipzig, we may get played off the park. When we play Arsenal and Chelsea, I don't think we'll win those games. I really hope we do. I really hope. And I would plea, if there are any United fans, United players watching, get behind this manager and start trying to do something to change this cycle that us fans are in. Whereby, you know, because the owners treat players like shit. Bloody Romero's wife's out there today saying, you know, this club's a load of shit, basically. It's not let him go. You know, we've seen Ferdinand, what he said about how Woodward treated him and Evra and everything else. You know, it's not just us that gets treated like crap. They only care about themselves. Solskjaer, for me, you know, he'll be there with a smile on his face. He'll be told, we're backing you. Mate, you ain't been backed. They have thrown you under the bus. They've thrown you to the wolves. And the rumours about Pochettino will continue with every bad result. And eventually it'll be, sorry, Ollie, you tried your best. We didn't want to sack you, but look at the fans. And that's what it is. It's all manipulation for the circle that ultimately all United want to do, all the Glazers want to do, is keep taking their dividends and keep making money. And you don't do that by investing heavily in the squad. And they've let us down again, and they've done it again. And we're in this situation again. And it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. If the transfer window gave you a position in the league, you'd be relegated, says Chris Name. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it's been a shambles. But look, what I would say is, I think that Arsenal, Spurs, Everton, Chelsea, what fantastic what their owners have done, and fantastic support for their manager. And look, we will get bantered. Of course we will get bantered. It's been a dream transfer deadline day for Arsenal. Chelsea have had a dream transfer window. I mean, Chelsea have been the epitome of how to run a transfer window. They've got rid of some crap and they've brought in loads of players. Spurs, absolutely fantastic transfer window. Everton, superb transfer window. They've done absolutely brilliantly. And it's compounded how badly we've done. And so, look, I'm drained. I'm tired. I don't even feel that I'm at the full rant stage, because I don't think that's relevant. I think anybody rah-rah-rah-ing, you're an idiot, because you've seen this coming. You've watched it unfold over the last 12 hours. You saw it yesterday. You know, we are where we are, and I think we're used to it. Apathy is there. Expectations have been put to the floor. We ain't talking about titles again. We're talking about fourth place being miraculous again. We're back where we were last year. We were saying this last year. If we get fourth place, Ollie's done a miracle. How is that progress? How is that ambition? In the space of 3 months, we've gone from a Europa League semi-final we should have won. We've qualified for the Champions League. We've gone from looking to take a step up to another bloody season where we're like, Champions League's a bonus, and if we can get fourth place, amazing. I can't believe it. I can't believe how badly this club is run, and I can't believe how quickly they've taken momentum and optimism and put it in the mud with a shambolic transfer window. And just to say, just in case people aren't quite clear on this, we went into this transfer window expecting a centre-back, a right winger and a centre midfielder. We've delivered a centre midfielder, no centre-back, even though we've conceded 11 goals in 3 games. That still hasn't prompted them to buy a centre-back. And the right winger that would have been the statement signing that would have made the rest of the world sit up and think Man United mean business. We've left him stuck in London after a week off trying to force a move, going, yeah, we're not actually going to do that. We've messed it up. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. Shouldn't we be positive? I believe in our club, says Tanyu. We should be positive. You be positive, mate. And if you could bottle that positivity and sell it to us, that would be absolutely fantastic. It's depressing. And I think that I did take some notes that I'm going to read out now that I've been putting together over the last sort of transfer window. I mean, enough is enough. Well, enough is enough, but what's going to change? Dividends approaching 100 million. No other club has done this, and they put us in debt, and they've kept us in debt. COVID is not an excuse for a club that's put us in debt and takes dividends like that. Screw that. Pay the money back and buy players. Hundreds of millions in loan repayments and interest wasted over the time they've been in charge. Where's the ambition? Where's the vision? They've got none. They reward shit with long-term deals like Phil Jones, £80,000 a week, 5-year deal. We can't get rid of him. He's taking millions out of the club every year. I don't blame him. I blame the Glazers for allowing those deals to be done. We've got 3 goalkeepers who are the three of the best paid goalkeepers in the world, and we've got 3 of them. You know, idiotic. We've got. I mean, look. The saddest thing of all this, and I will say this. The saddest thing here is, and I don't want to keep going on about this because we've got to move on. It's gone. What I cannot believe above anything else is Man United wanted to buy Jadon Sancho last summer. They couldn't do the deal, so they put all their effort into it this summer. They've been working on this deal for bloody months, and Sancho's wanted to come to United for months. And Solskjaer's wanted this player. And Man United have spent weeks and weeks and weeks on this deal where Dortmund have told them how much it's going to cost. We have got a 20-year-old who wants to come to our club, who is one of the best players in his position in the world, a generational talent at 20 years of age, who should be wearing the Manchester United's number 7 shirt today, and he's not here. That is a cry. That is beyond a shame. It's a criminal. It's criminal what Manchester United have done in this transfer window. And we are meant to sit here and go, it's all right. We've got Cavani, we've got Telles and two 18-year-olds no one's ever bloody heard of. It's fine. We're fine. And we're not fine. And enough is enough. But what do you do about it? Because they are sat there tonight thinking they've had a good transfer window. They are sat there tonight. There's probably a phone call going on right now between Woodward and the Glazers going, you'll get your dividends, the shareholders are going to be happy. It's only a 35 million net spend. I know there's a lot of social media moaning, but they're hysterical. They're idiots. They'll still buy the Zebra kit. They'll still be back here next year. The money's going to roll in. The projections are fine. And I've spent next to nothing. And look, if Ollie doesn't get top 4, we'll sack him and boost the share price anyway. See you tomorrow. And that's what we are as a football club, I'm afraid. That is what we are. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. It's been a very long and tiring day. We will be back tomorrow. I think it's been a shambles as a transfer window. You've obviously got every right to think what you think. If you think it's been a shambles of a transfer window, smash a like on the video. And thanks for all your support on the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Who knows what tomorrow holds. But a big shout out to you. And look, I'm not Manchester United's chief negotiator. I'm not in charge of Manchester United's budgets. If I was, Jadon Sancho would be a player. And if anybody feels that because I said 90% I've misled you or anything like that, I didn't. I've always been honest about why I was 90% and I've always been honest about why I was 10%. The information is out there. Manchester United could have done this deal. Sancho wanted it to happen. Solskjaer was desperate for it to happen. People around Sancho expected it to happen. And United never got it done. And I think even Dortmund are bemused about what United did. Maybe Man United's plan all along was to make fans think it was going to happen, to make Solskjaer think it was going to happen, to make Sancho think it was going to happen. Maybe they just wanted all the excitement and buzz and social media and subscriptions and whatever else and shirts and everything. I don't know. But it would be nice if they did apologise, and it would be nice if they did care, but they don't care. They don't care. We care. So thanks everyone for getting involved. Smash a like on the video. Be back again tomorrow. And yeah, it's not been good, has it? Speak to you in a bit.